Home Depot's 2022 12-foot prop has been leaked. Let's jump right into it. For everything scary, I'm GMHaunts, and the Home Depot Halloween 2022 12-foot prop has been revealed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the past couple of days have really brought with them an absolute slew of Home Depot Halloween 2022 leaks. Just around 3 days ago, we got leaked images of every single animatronic coming to us for the 2022 season, and now we got our first look at the brand new 12-foot prop that's coming for the Home Depot 2022 season. Now, obviously, the past couple of years, 2021 and 2020, brought with them the infamous 12-foot skeleton and 12-foot Inferno pumpkin skeleton that made Home Depot famous inside of the Halloween world. Well, people have been wondering if a 12-foot prop will also be coming for the 2022 season, and a brand new leaked photo gives us our first confirmation that a new 12-foot prop is coming, and gives us our first look at said item. So, without further ado, let's take a look at this brand new leaked Home Depot 2022 12-foot prop. Alrighty, so surprise, the Home Depot 2022 12-foot prop is a brand new witch. Now, before I get into discussion of this brand new prop for the 2022 season, I just want to say a couple of things. This prop will be manufactured by SVI, Seasonal Visions International, just like the Inferno Pumpkin Skeleton was, and the regular 12-foot skeleton. And then the other thing that I want to say is, as of the time of filming, we do not have an official confirmed price for the new 12-foot prop. We don't have a confirmed price, I have a speculation price, but we'll get to that in a second. Let's get into discussion of the brand new 12-foot witch coming for the Home Depot 2022 season. Well, right off the bat, you might be kind of intrigued and excited to see this brand new photo because, like I mentioned, the brand new 12-foot prop for Home Depot this year is actually a witch. Now, in 2020, we got the creation and release of the 12-foot skeleton. In 2021, we got the Infernal Pumpkin Skeleton, just a pumpkin version of the original. But now, the third installment of the 12-foot series is going away from the entire skeleton aesthetic and going towards another classic Halloween character, a witch. Now, going into the actual discussion of the looks of this witch, we have a lot to talk about, so let's jump right into it. Obviously, one of the things that you're going to notice right away when you take a look at this photo is that the witch itself is not the 12-foot item. The broom is. I'll get to that in a second. The witch is sporting a purple kind of dress. She has a belt buckle going around her waist. She has a big black hat with also another belt buckle on there. She has a very, very cool sculpted face. We can't see it incredibly well, but we can make out that it looks pretty detailed. She's got some long white hair. One hand is kind of facing out towards you. The other hand is holding the broom, and where her legs would be are kind of facing behind her to almost create the impression that she's flying. Taking a look away from the witch herself and taking a look at the main focal point of this prop that really makes the 12-foot build come to life. This is the broom. I'm not going to make a whole big deal about it. It is basically just a giant witch's broom that stands at 12 feet tall. It's meant to mimic a wood material, although it isn't made out of wood. It'll be made out of plastic, but I will get to that in a second. Honestly, I'm a pretty big fan of the brand new 12-foot prop for Home Depot 2022. Like a lot of other people, I was wondering if for this year they were going to go in the same direction with SVI, Seasonal Visions, as the manufacturer, and go more in the direction of skeletons once again. We saw two 12-foot skeletons, a pumpkin skeleton and an ordinary one. I was kind of thinking that we were going to get a third one. I didn't want to. I was going to be kind of disappointed. I was hoping that we didn't, but it was kind of something that I expected. So when I saw this picture for the first time and noticed, hey, this is the 12-foot prop for this year, and we're not getting a third skeleton, I was pretty happy. I'm glad that Home Depot is moving away from the whole skeleton thing. It worked for two skeletons, and I'm honestly going to go out on a limb and say that it didn't work nearly as well for the pumpkin skeleton as it did for the first one. Very, very glad to see they're finally going away from 12-foot skeletons and going in another direction. However, with another classic Halloween character going with the witch. Now, another reason why I really enjoy this prop is the look of the witch herself. I feel like the dress she's wearing is pretty awesome. It features a lot of purple colors. She also has some dark gray towards the actual chest area. I feel like the purple is very vibrant. It very much contrasts the broom color, which is awesome. She stands out a lot from the rest of the prop. And even in the darkness or in some lighting, the purple colors would really look awesome. I love the color scheme of her dress with the dark gray color and the light purple. Looks really awesome. Taking a look at her skin color, she doesn't have green skin color like you might expect that a witch would have. They're going with the same thing that SVI has been doing with their witches, with different companies over the past couple of years, and going with a kind of dark gray skin color. I'm not even a huge kind of opposer of it. I honestly really enjoy it. The dark gray, or whatever you want to call it, maybe kind of almost to dark white color, gray, I guess you would call it. Honestly, I'm a big fan of it. Once again, I feel like it contrasts well with the purple outfit that she has. I will mention that from this picture, the sculpt of the witch's face looks absolutely fantastic. Obviously, we can't see it super well, just because this photo is of the entire item and it's not a close-up of her face. But from what we can see, it looks like an awesome evil witch's face. SVI, the manufacturer, in my opinion, was the perfect way to go to manufacture this 12-foot prop like they also did with the two other 12-footers. I feel like it looks like from this image that they did a fantastic job sculpting the face of this witch. Her mouth looks really awesome. She looks like she has some really evil-looking eyes. I'm a huge fan of the sculpt. That's one of my favorite things about it. Also, the hands, I feel like, go along that go hand in hand with the face. Really enjoy the sculpt of the hands. They look really realistic, and once again, they match really well in skin color to the face, which is obviously pretty awesome. She has a pretty big witch's hat. Not going to go into huge detail about that. It's pretty basic. And then I really do enjoy her long white hair. Honestly, you probably could have also done long black hair and gotten away with it, but I feel like long white hair also does good because it contrasts, once again, with the purple dress that she's sporting. Honestly, I feel like one of the reasons why I enjoy this 12-foot prop so much is the color scheme. Like I just mentioned, it seems like it's just so geniusly designed because the purple color contrasts with the broom. Her skin color is dark, so it contrasts with her purple dress, and then her white hair contrasts with her skin color and the purple dress. I feel like just the color scheme on this brand new prop was really genius on SVI or Home Depot's part. Whoever did the main design of the color scheme, really enjoy it. Obviously, I had to point out another reason why I really enjoy her is the actual design and concept of this. They didn't just go with a 12-foot witch that stood at 12 feet tall. They decided to make it a lot more unique and actually give her a 12-foot broom and then make her holding on kind of look like she's flying. This is a genius design mechanically and engineeringly. Not a word, but on an engineering level, this is absolutely fantastic. I'm really curious to see how this will hold up in real life and how it will actually hold up, say, outside or maybe in an indoor environment. This is just a really cool kind of frame. How do they get the witch to be able to balance on a broom that is the size that it is? I really don't understand it from this picture. This is a really awesome concept and something that it just looks absolutely incredible on a frame and build level. The only thing that I'm a little bit curious about is that it seems like towards by her feet, by her legs, that they kind of attach to the wall. I'm really hoping that that isn't true and that they don't have to attach to something, because if it did, it would really limit how you could display her, because you would have to have something like a wall next to her to be able to latch onto her feet. I'm really hoping that that's just how the picture looks and that her legs kind of look like she's flying. I very much hope that what you're seeing as the base in this picture is the thing that holds up her entire frame. Obviously, for the 12-foot skeletons, they were just held up by the base. You didn't have to connect them to a wall or anything. This one might be a little bit different just because the frame and build of it is a lot more complicated, and she looks almost like she's being kind of balanced to be able to stand up. I'm really hoping that she doesn't connect to a wall. I hope the base is the only thing that's holding her up. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of the 12-foot broom. It looks really awesome, and again, it just looks so cool. It really does look like she's flying, and it looks so incredibly balanced. This is an awesome frame that actually, I guess, works, and I guess it actually stands. I'm just hoping that in an outdoor environment, the wind doesn't push this thing over, because hopefully it's not so much balanced that it could fall over if a little bit of wind starts to pick up. I hope that this thing will be able to stand up, but it most likely will. SVI found out a way to keep the 12-foot skeletons up, so most likely they also found a way to keep this 12-foot witch up. But once again, I'm a really big fan of this. I mean, this is a really awesome 12-foot prop. Honestly, I think the 12-foot witch is my new favorite prop from Home Depot's 12-foot lineup. The ordinary skeleton and the infernal were cool, but at the same time, they were just skeletons. I love the look of this witch, but then the other thing that I love about this is obviously the frame, not the broom, is the only thing holding up this entire prop. On a mechanical level and just an impressiveness level, this one I feel like way outdoes the Infernal Pumpkin Skeleton and the ordinary one. So actually, this brand new one is probably my favorite from Home Depot's 12-foot lineup. Now, like I mentioned in the beginning, as of the time of filming, we do not have a confirmed price for this item. The other ones, the original 12-foot skeleton retailed for $396. The Inferno Pumpkin Skeleton, I believe, retailed for $350. I have a feeling this one's going to retail for around $496, just because, once again, I know I've said it multiple times at this point, but the frame of this one is super just complex. It looks really awesome, and I'm really curious to see how SVI put something like this together, where the base is holding up an entire, basically, life-size person all the way up in the air. I am so impressed by the framing of this prop. I love the look of her. I love her color scheme. I love her sculpt. I love the look of the broom, and this is just such an impressive prop. I really do enjoy this, and this is 100% one of my favorite items from Home Depot's 2022 Halloween lineup. Unfortunately, I most likely would not be picking this item up just because I don't own any of the 12-foot stuff. I don't have any room in my in my collection to display 12-foot stuff. I'm not a huge fan of putting stuff outside. So honestly, I'm not going to be picking up this 12-foot witch, but this is definitely one of my favorites from the lineup. I feel like Home Depot really headed out of the park this year, and this is a perfect example of that. The framing of this one is just so impressive. The sculpt is really awesome. SVI, as the manufacturer, was 100% the right way to go for this brand new 12-foot witch, and this is most likely my brand new favorite 12-footer in Home Depot's 12-foot lineup. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up my video taking a look at and reacting to the brand new leaked Home Depot 2022 12-foot witch. Once again, I'm a huge fan of this prop. It's really awesome. From the color scheme to the design of the sculpt to the framing, this is just such an awesome prop, and this is probably my brand new favorite 12-foot item from Home Depot. This is just such an awesome witch. I love seeing a brand new witch that brings a breath of fresh air to the Halloween community. It seems like the witches we get every single year are just so repetitive and look really similar. This one looks very different. I love the color scheme. We really don't see a lot of witches that have purple coloring, and the sculpt of this one just looks absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait to see a close-up of the face of this one, because I'm sure I'm going to be even more impressed than I am right now. Ladies and gentlemen, remember as always, for everything scary, I'm GMHaunts. I'll see you guys later for more Home Depot Halloween 2022 videos. Goodbye.